I am finally back, and hopefully for reals this time I'll be staying back. We'll see. I've been really busy with work. I know some of you guys probably don't know that I am an actual working makeup artist and hairstylist outside of YouTube. But you probably know that if you follow me on Instagram, and if you don't follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, you probably should, because I post a lot more on there, more makeup looks, just more stuff in general. If you just want to lurk or, you know, whatnot, you can follow me on there. So this video today is going to be more of a tutorial and review. Back in November, I went to Generation Beauty, and I happened to be walking by this booth, and it was probably the most adorable booth at Generation Beauty. And the whole setting was white, but there were mermaid and unicorn color accents, and all the girls were like just adorable, like dressed adorably. They had these tutus on, and all of them were all in the theme of a mermaid and unicorn colors. And it ended up being a booth that was selling brushes. It's called SLMissGlam, and the brushes are completely adorable. She came out with these new sets. One of the sets that I have is the unicorn set. These sets are all like really girly and colorful, like you can see so unicorn cute colors. Yeah, so cute. So the brushes were just adorable. Probably the most adorable brushes that I've seen this far, that are actually brushes that you can use and they don't shed and they don't hurt your face when you use them. They're just amazing brushes in general. So I got the unicorn set, like I already said. You'll probably hear me say that like 50 more times. You can kind of see them. I'll be posting pictures of them. You'll see them throughout the video. It came with a foundation brush, which this one's really good. It's got it's more dense, so you're gonna get a better coverage. The blush brush, this one's not as dense, so it's not like you're gonna dip your brush into your blush and when you put it on it's like super pigmented and tons of color coming off of it. It's like just enough color is coming off of it. You can also use this if you wanted to for loose powders, setting powders, or to even like brush off your powder after you're done baking if you use a sponge. And I didn't use the fan brush. Normally I use fan brushes for highlighting or blush. The reason why I didn't use it is because I use the highlighting brush. This brush is absolutely amazing. It really gets that highlight in without it being all over the place. It's just an amazing brush. So I'm always sketchy about brushes like this, but this will be my new go-to. And then we have our eyeshadow blending brush. This guy works really well for blending out the eyeshadows. I'm actually pretty impressed by it. And the contour brush. This one's really nice. I like to use it both ways, so you can get like a nice contour and then you can kind of blend it out when you do it vertically. I think that's vertically. Yeah, horizontal, vertically. So if you do it vertically, it kind of blends everything out too. So the nice thing about things like Generation Beauty is that a lot of the owners of the companies are there, and the person that was helping me happened to be SLMissGlam. She is such a genuinely sweet person. It's so nice to see people like that, especially when they're trying to really be there to show people their brand. She's just an amazingly sweet person, honestly. Like, it's crazy. I shouldn't say crazy, but it's actually pretty cool to meet people like that. I was looking at some of the other stuff that was at the booth, and they have the holy grail of makeup brush sets. Like, they have this huge book of just brushes, like any brush that you would need for a makeup application. Like, there's multiple foundation brushes, multiple powder brushes, multiple eyeshadow brushes. It's just an amazing book, and I would definitely tell you guys, if you are trying to start doing makeup either on yourself or on clients and you don't have a very good amount of brushes, I would invest money into these brushes. is such a good investment to have. If you are a makeup artist, they do have a makeup artist program that you can sign up for. The other cool thing about them is they're animal cruelty free, so they are synthetic brushes, no animal hair. That's something that I'm definitely trying to look more into, is more animal cruelty free brands. So that was definitely a plus about that. They are on social media, so you can find them on Instagram, Snapchat. They might be on Facebook, definitely are on YouTube. So I would definitely check them out. The set that I have is the unicorn set, like I said before, like a million other times. It's the unicorn set. They just came out with these sets within the past month, and it's part of the fairy tale set. So they do have other sets with different brushes, different colors, so definitely check them out. So I am going to hop into the tutorial. For the tutorial, I wanted to do something that was a little bit more easier, a little bit more natural. So if you're trying to learn how to do your makeup but you're not exactly sure, this is kind of like more of a guideline of what steps to take to do something that's a little bit more simple. Or if you don't wear makeup at all, you really don't care about makeup, but you want to do your makeup for like an event or something like that, this comes in handy too. So I wanted to make it a little bit more easier, something that's not super difficult. It should be pretty easy. So I'm going to go straight into the tutorial and you can see for yourself.
No, that's right. No, that's right. No, don't double tap.
I'm going to go into my Pure Correcting Primer, and this is the Illuminate and Glow. It's really illuminating. So to go with the primer, since it's really illuminating, I'm going to use the Jouer Luminizing Moisturizer Tint. I like this because it's a light to medium coverage. It's hypoallergenic, so if you have skin sensitivities, this would be really good for you. It's oil-free and it's water-resistant, and it has SPF 20. I'm going to go in with my foundation brush and apply it. So you can see how it's added even more of a glow to the skin. Look at it looks. So now I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the under eyes just to highlight a little bit. And I'm also going to add a tiny bit more of that primer into it, just so it has a little bit of glow to it, since this concealer is more matte. So I'm also going to go back in and just highlight the nose and the forehead area. It's going to be different for different face shapes, so don't necessarily go off of my face shape if you don't have the same face shape. So you can see that this foundation brush blended everything in really well, even with the concealer. It is a little bit big, so if you're smaller in the under eye area, you're probably going to want to use a smaller brush, but I'm just using this just so you guys can see that I'm doing a whole look with all the brushes in this set. So now I'm going to go in with the blush brush, but I'm going to use it as a powder brush, and it's nice because the bristles aren't too dense, so I can just kind of set the areas of my face that are going to probably get a little bit oilier. I'm going to spray a little bit of water on the brush so that the powder isn't as intense and it doesn't mattify as much as it would if I just went in with a dry brush. So I'm going to move on to the eyes. I'm going to prime my eyes with the Smashbox 24-hour eyeshadow primer. Now I'm going to use my Urban Decay concealer again, and I'm going to put some on the lids just to even out the skin tone. For the eyeshadows, I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Matte Eyes palette. I'm going to go in with vanilla and set my concealer on the lids and the brow bone. So I'm going to go back in with the same blending brush that's from the kit, and I am going to use Wheat in the crease. Now I'm going to go in with Desert, and I'm just going to intensify the crease a little bit more, make it more darker. For the last crease color, I'm going to go in with Suede. This is all I'm going to do for the eyes. I'm not going to do liner since I want this to be more natural, more easier to do. I'm just going to go back in with a mascara, and I am going to do an eyeliner in the waterline. So it's pretty simple. It's not as hard as like doing like a winged eyeliner. The liner that I'm going to use is a nude eyeliner, so it's really going to brighten up the whites of my eyes and make them appear like more brighter, bigger, more awake. This is just like one of my favorite tricks that I do on a lot of my clients. So I'm going to use the contour brush from the kit. I like this guy because it doesn't take a lot of product for it to really work. It just needs a little bit of product since it comes off very, very pigmented when you put it on, like crazy pigmented. I'm going to mix my cooler tone contour color from the Smashbox contour kit with the Betty Lou Manizer bronzer from, or illuminator from the Manizer Sisters Palette from the Balm. And like I said, for highlighting, it's the same thing for contouring. If you don't have the same face shape as me, you're going to want to go with your face shape when you're contouring. Now I'm going to take my long wearing blush from the Balm in Swiss Dot, and I'm going to use that blush brush to apply it. This one's really pretty. It's matte, but it almost like glows because it's this really pretty, almost corally color. It's really, really pretty. I'm going to use the highlighting brush from the kit with the Balm, the Manizer Sisters Palette, and I'm going to use Mary Lou, Cindy Lou, and Betty Lou. I'm going to mix them all together. So this is the completed look. Like I said, it's very natural. I didn't want to do any eyeliner, anything like that. I hope it is easy for you. If you do try it out, definitely tag me in any pictures if you post them, or leave comments. Let me know how it was, if it was easy, or if you had any problems at all. Maybe I can help you. Like I said earlier, if you want to find me on Instagram and Snapchat, my usernames are the same name as my YouTube name, Hyphy Christine. So you can find me on there. I post more frequently on those platforms than I normally do here. So definitely check those out. And I will hopefully be back very, very soon with another video. If there's anything that you guys want to see, you can leave it down in the comments, and I will definitely keep those in mind. Like I said, if you post any pictures using any of the techniques or anything that you've learned from this video, definitely tag me in them. I love seeing pictures of when people recreate stuff. So I will see you guys later.